Hello YouTube, this is CollectorGeorge, and here's a store tour of the Garfield plane trade. Here are some of the accessories that they have, as well as some of the Dreamcast games. As you can see, they have a pretty small selection of Dreamcast games. Mostly either sports games, or ones that really no one would want. Here are some of the Genesis games. As you can see, there's a decent selection. I actually found a couple of Genesis games that I bought myself. And there's some pretty good titles in there, like Golden Axe, Sonic Spinball, Echo the Dolphin, The Jungle Book, and yeah. So those are some of the Genesis games: Lion King, Mystic Defender, some sports games, Bonkers, Monopoly, another Sonic Spinball, Beat Up, a box Winter Games, a not-for-resale Sonic the Hedgehog, College Football 95, and there's some accessories like third-party N64 controller, Super Pad for Super Nintendo. Then there's that third-party N64 controller again. So if we go up, we have a USB NES controller. That's $30. So here's some of the Game Boy games, mostly kid games across the top. And then as we scroll down, we get to see like Pokemon games and stuff. The Pokemon trading card game, Kicks. Some Rugrats games, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Land, Banjo-Tooie, Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Golf, Mario Kart 64, Mario Party, Super Smash Bros., Super Mario 64, Pokemon Stadiums, and Pokemon Snap, Yoshi's Story, Super Mario All-Stars, 2 other battery games for Game Boy Color, Batman for Genesis, an expansion pack, some Game Gear games. Here are some of the NES games. Notables: Commando, Blaze of Steel, The Hunt of Red October, a Kung Fu with Bad End Label, Othello, Super Glove Ball, Mario Duck Hunt, most common game. That was $5. Tecmo Bowl, 2 copies, both beat up. 2 Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, codenamed Viper. A couple of box Genesis games, Wheel of Fortune, Sonic Spinball in the box, Asterix, that was like $7. Batman and Robin, that was like $9. And yeah, GoldenEye, World Is Not Enough, Ridge Racer, Rugrats, Fighter's Destiny 2, Mission Impossible, and Pokemon Puzzle League, Army Men 2, Sergeant Heroes, San Francisco Rush, and yeah, the camera got kind of out of focus there, but sorry about that. Anyway, Biofreaks, Fighter's Destiny 2, Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, and Namco Museum 64, and V-Rally 64. That was $5. A beat-up Star Wars Episode 1 racer, very dirty. That one was $3. Duck Dodgers, $5. Star Wars Episode 1 racer in good shape, like $10. Glover was $8. There's some Super Nintendo games there. South Park, Rugrats, Jet Force Gemini, Resident Evil 2. Those are all for Super Nintendo. N64, sorry about that. So, Tetrasphere, Twisted Edge, Snowboarding, Perfect Dark. I actually got that game, so look for that in my pickups video. NBA Quarterback Club, NBA in the Zone, Army Men Chargers Heroes, some Rugrats game. Hey You Pikachu, they had 2 copies of that. Supercross 2000, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, another Hey You Pikachu. NASCAR, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, that was a ripoff. Paperboy, some sports game. A beat-up copy of Peacekeepers X Rental, Jurassic Park, John Madden Football, another John Madden Football with a different end label. Hole-in-One Golf by Hall, Home Alone, Hyperzone, 2 copies of F-Zero, one with the dust cover, Disney's Aladdin, Cliffhanger, 2 copies of Mario Duck Hunt, 2 Madden games, Madden 94, Madden 95, the Magical Quest Star Mickey Mouse, Mortal Kombat, Miss Pac-Man, NHL Stanley Cup, NCAA Basketball, Pit Fighter, Super Concerts Palace, Super NES, Super Scope, 6, Super Play Action Football, Super R-Type, Vegas Stakes, and Wayne's World. Here's some of the PlayStation games, mostly sports games on the top rack. Some notables: Driver, Crash Team Racing, Casper, Road Rash, Jailbreak. Some Rugrats ones. A ton of Twisted Metals, and a Tomb Raider and a Siphon Filter in there. And that was Spider-Man. That was actually $5. Not too bad. So now if we step over here, we got some of the expensive N64 games: Smash Brothers, Mario Party, Pokemon Stadium 2, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 64, Star Wars for Super Nintendo, some PS2 games, Xbox Hard Drive, Genesis Mobile, N64 for $55, GameCube for $40 with skins, Zapper for $5, Piss Yellow Super Nintendo for $50, NES for $35, Xbox for $40, PS2 for like $50, some memory cards for like $5 each. Here's some of the DS games. Didn't really get too close into these, but there were some pretty good titles. Game Boy Advance games, notables: Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrow, I believe, Pokemon Emerald, Simpsons Road Rage, Turtles and Yoshi's Topsy Turvy, some DS games, some Wii games. Those were the new ones, I believe. No, those were actually the used ones. Some notables: Driver Parallel Lines. These are some of the new games. We had Kirby's Epic Yarn in there. Kind of zoomed through those. Those are some of the Game Boy systems, collectibles, and we even have a gold DS. That's Zelda edition, so that's cool. And some of the older Wii games that are still brand new, which are actually pretty hard to find now. So yeah, there's some cords for the PS3. There's some of the PS3 games, new releases: Catherine, etc. There are some of the also new releases, such as I don't know, like Red Dead Redemption, kind of the older releases that were new, were still brand new, I guess. Some used 360 games: Spider-Man, Guitar Hero, Sims 3. And those are some of the PS2 games. There's actually quite a selection. Some notables: Fatal Fury, Battle Arenas, or whatever. Family Guy, the video game. Excellent game, by the way. Definitely pick that one up. Driver 3, Capcom vs. SNK 2, that was $35. That's for Orbitman 4, 50-cent bulletproof. If you want that, bro, just let me know. So, yeah, there's a ton of PS2 games. There's still a lot more. Namco Museum. These are some of the Xbox 360 games, Xbox 360 accessories, more Xbox 360 games: Red Dead Redemption used, Alan Wake, Gears of War Collector's Edition, and some more. So, yeah, those are some of the gaming stools you can use at the TVs and stuff. Some strategy guides, and that's it, guys. Hope you liked it. Goodbye.